Hello, everyone. It's Press to Play here again. And just for fun, I thought I would show you the Trivial Pursuit Beatles game. And I picked this up about a year ago, used. And I've always wanted to see what this looked like on the inside before I bought it, but I could never find videos on this game. So I thought I would do a video for you. So if you're thinking of picking up the Trivial Pursuit Beatles game, I'll give you a quick look as to what it looks like. And they also came out with a Monopoly game too, but I do have that as well. And maybe if I find it, maybe I'll open that up too. I don't know where, I keep storing these things away and I don't know where I put them. This is not cool. This is not good at all. Anyways, if I do find it, I'll do a video on it. Anyways, let's take a look at the Beatles Trivial Pursuit game, which is pretty cool. That's what the side looks like. And then there's the back. So let's get this open. We'll take a look. It's pretty cool stuff. Oh, see, I shouldn't have turned it over. That's what happens. So these are all the different categories. So there's Beatles. Here, we'll take these out and show you. The Beatles movies. And I love how it has help there. It's really cool the way they did this up. And I'll read you a couple of questions to see. I'll test out your skills in a moment. There's the Beatles history, an old picture of the Beatles there. I'll leave these flat so you can check them out as I go through them. The Beatles songs. That's going to fit in there. It's got the Beatle guitars on the front. And then Beatles on their own, so the solo years with their boots. It's green. The albums and singles. That's pretty cool. And then last but not least is the Beatles in America. Very cool. So those are the 6 categories. Those are the pieces. Now here, I'll get out the die for you so you can take a look at it. This is pretty cool, actually. It's got the Beatles on this side. It's like a little Beatles drum skin, it looks like. Yellow Submarine. It's got the Beatles. Got the Apple logo. And Sergeant Pepper on this side. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. The pieces, just regular pieces that you would see in any Trivial Pursuit game. I'm going to move this over here. And let's take a look at the board. This is really cool, actually. And of course, it comes with instructions. So pretty cool. They have the Beatles logo there. Trivial Pursuit, if I can speak today. Let's check this out. I'm going to have to move. I'll put them right on top. That's what I'll do. I'll do this. Slide these over here, and I'll just put it on top. So it opens up like that. This. And like that. Isn't that super cool? So check it out. That's pretty neat. So I like the 4 Beatles here. It's got the older Beatles with the younger Beatles. Pretty cool stuff. So you're going starting here, you're going around. Very, very, very cool with the Apple logo in the middle. I love it. So there you go. There's the Beatles Trivial Pursuit. And just for fun, I'll ask you a question from each of the categories. So this is the Beatles songs. Yeah, see, they're not, some of them are harder than others, but generally speaking, they're not that bad. The opening line of Something comes from the song Something in the Way She Moves by what Apple artist? The opening line of Something comes from the song Something in the Way She Moves by what Apple artist? And I'm going to say James Taylor on that one, and I was right. So James Taylor. So there's one example of what the songs would be like. Beatles history. I might be not as good on this one. I'll ask you a quick question. Who was the only Beatle to sing lead during the group's first professional recording session? Who was the only Beatle to sing lead during the group's first professional recording session. The only Beatle to sing lead. Is that Paul or John? The answer is John. I was thinking John. Interesting. That's very interesting that John was the. I thought they both sang lead pretty much equally, but I guess John was the main guy. Beatle movies. Question. What character in A Hard Day's Night is constantly described as being very clean? What character in A Hard Day's Night is constantly described as being very clean? I believe that was Paul's grandfather. I was right. That's from A Hard Day's Night. I'll be embarrassed if I get any of these wrong. Beatles in America. Ooh, I might not be very good on this one. Oh, this is not that hard. Oh, okay. In The Fool on the Hill, what does the fool see? That is the sun going down, right? The sun going down. I almost said the sun going round. Albums and singles. Which Beatle came up with the idea for Cirque du Soleil show featuring the Beatles' music? I'm going to guess that was Paul. No, George. I was wrong. I didn't know George came up with that idea. Interesting. So that was George. I was wrong. Okay, the Beatles on their own. Who is the only Beatle that played on solo releases by each of the other Beatles? And I'm going to say that would be Ringo. Yeah, Ringo is playing drums for everybody. So those are the kinds of questions that you'll get. Some are more difficult, but it's a cool little set. So there you go. There's the Beatles Trivial Pursuit game. If you're thinking of picking it up, I thought I'd share that with you because it's a lot of fun. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, if you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video for some more music related stuff. Okay, take care of yourself. Bye for now.